Hey guys, it's Taylor from The Extra. I'm gonna do a quick makeup tutorial with you guys. So before I start, I do want to go over the order of makeup application. This is really important. So you want to start with things that are lightest to the heaviest. So we're gonna start with a moisturizer. So this one is from Hello Body. It has a ton of really great things in it. So it's made from almond oil, coconut oil, and peat moss extract. It's all natural, love it, super great. And this is a lotion, not a cream. We're just gonna rub that in everywhere. Then while that dries, did you know that the difference between a lotion and a cream is that lotions are water-based and creams are oil-based? So the next thing we're gonna do is put on, well, the next thing actually that you were supposed to do is put on SPF. I have actually out right now and I've reordered some. I ordered a new one and it is called the Color Science Sunforgettable Mineral SPF 50 Sunscreen Brush. So that's a mouthful. I'll link it on my blog. So essentially it is a brush. Just looks like a brush like this that you can paint on your sunscreen, and it's also tinted, so you can just throw it in your purse and just reapply every 2 to 3 hours when you need to, and you're not going to have to worry about having white streaks or wiping your makeup off because it's already tinted. Super excited about that. So normally I would put SPF next, but we're going to go ahead and do the primer. So this is one of my favorite skincare products I've ever discovered. So it is Tula. And this is called the Brighten Up Smoothing Primer Gel. So this has all of the great things like probiotics and vitamin C inside of it. So it's not just going to give you that really good coverage to grip your makeup. It's also going to be actually good for your skin. So I know some of my followers had mentioned when I asked what are some really great skin tips, and one of them was actually to add more vitamin C to your daily routine. So this is the perfect product for that. And this primer is actually a gel. So a gel is gonna be better if you have more combination skin like I do. I tend to have drier skin and then throughout the day it gets more oily. So a gel is gonna really mattify everything and soak it in, but not make it super oily for you. So it's kind of in between a lotion and a cream. I love it. So once we do that, we're ready to put on our foundation. So I use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is in Ivory Beige. I am a huge fan of Estee Lauder. I've used it for years. I started with Clinique, graduated to Estee Lauder like my mom. Feel so old saying that. And then this is the brush that I use to put my foundation on. I just got this. I graduated from my little beauty blenders here and I love this brush, you guys. So I don't put the makeup on the brush. I put makeup around my face like this, and then I just go ahead and rub it in. And look at that. So one of the things I love about this brush is that it really gives you more of an airbrushed look. It's so much better than the Beauty Blender. It just looks more professionally done. You don't have any streaks. You don't have to worry about having any lines or streak marks or any of that. And it blends into your neck so well. You always want to make sure your foundation is blended in all along your hairline so you don't have that sharp edge. So once that is done, the next step is to do your concealer. So the concealer I use is Tarte Shape Tape. This is the best. All the beauty gurus swear by it. I swear by it. I use it constantly. And I'm going to show you another makeup trick. So I started off doing my concealer under my eyes just like that. However, I have graduated to this, and I'll show you the difference. So I do still use the Beauty Blender for this. I use the really, really tiny one. Okay, so you'll see the difference. Okay, so the difference is subtle. I don't know if you can tell as well, but this is way more blended in. You can see it cascades out a lot more and illuminates my face, whereas this is more of just a line right under my eye. Looks like I am trying to cover something, whereas this just looks more natural. So, little tip there. And I will try and smooth this out a bit. Okay. And you can also go ahead and put some concealer here as well. I'm not a huge fan of putting it on my forehead because I tend to break out there. And you can also put it here on your chin. And those are really the places you want to highlight on your face. So next I put a powder on, and this is just e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. And it is just plain white, but it's gonna matte my face and make my face not oily. So I kind of just go through and put it on my T-zones and on my cheeks where I get the most oil. And that's it. So now, this is the part where I tend to change things up. You are supposed to go blush, bronzer, and then do your eyes. I tend to prefer to do my eyes before my blush and my bronzer. So that is what we're gonna do today. So I am going to start with my eyeshadow. This is a game changer, guys. Everyone needs it. I will link all of this makeup on my blog, but this especially I'm gonna link. So this case is actually free if you buy $34 worth of these singles. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I actually bought this case, and you get to pick out whatever eyeshadows you want. So these are the ones that I have chosen, and it's Pink Champagne, Vermeer, let me just look this up, Bon Fresco, and Metal. I use these every day. These are my go-tos, and I will be reordering these whenever they run out. You can see that this one is pretty much near done. But what I do is I start with this darker purple color right here, and I just put it on top. This is gonna be my darker color that I want to contrast with. So I love to wear purples because I have green eyes, and it is, purple and green are pretty opposite on the color spectrum. So if you pick colors that are opposites on the color spectrum, what you're gonna end up doing by pairing those colors together is making one of them pop. So by putting purple eyeshadow on, my green eyes pop more than they normally would. That's why I wear it. Then I go ahead and I choose this Pink Champagne here to just dab over the top of that on my actual eyelids. Take off some of that darkness. And then I end with this super shiny little pearl champagne here. And I just really put that on the inside of my eyes. Okay, next is the eyeliner and mascara. So you guys, I'm not gonna lie, these are the two products. I never buy brand name beauty products. I go to the drugstore, I go to Walmart, I go to the dollar store and get super cheap, just Maybelline, and I don't even know what this is, some nondescript general, probably e.l.f. eyeliner. I hate getting these products brand name because one, they dry out so quickly, and two, they're so expensive. So getting these two products at a drugstore is really going to save you money, especially on items that you would like to spend money on. So things like the eyeshadow or a nice highlighter illuminator, something that is unique and can really make your makeup pop out. Those are the things to spend money on, not stupid things like this. So this is just an e.l.f. eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to start putting it on. Okay. Does anyone else make stupid faces when they put their eyeliner on? Okay, so I don't necessarily do a cat eye, but I do try and have little triangle tips here. It just makes everything more angled. Then I do come back in with a beauty brush and I swipe up like this because we want everything swiping up and angular, so it's all symmetrical, and it pulls everything tighter and back like this, which is exactly what we want to do. So that was my eyeliner. I am going to now do mascara. I'm not going to put my normal amount of mascara on because I am doing this on video. So normally what I do is I switch back and forth on the eyes, having one of them dry while I do the other, and then just keep adding enough layers of mascara to where I'm happy with it. Okay. And normally I would do 2 or 3 more layers, but to just quickly get through this, that's all I'm gonna do. Then next up are eyebrows. So love this. This is called the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. Most of my makeup is Benefit. Love it. I've been using it since I was probably 18, so they're one of my go-to brands. Has this little tool on the end of it so you can shape up your brows first. Then this is what it looks like. So you just essentially draw on your eyebrows. Okay, and like the mascara, I would normally sit and make sure that they're even and spend a few seconds on it. For this video's purpose, I'm just gonna say that that's great. It's not really that bad, but I would normally spend more time on it. So we've got our eyes done. Now I am going to move back to the bronzer. So we do bronzer and then blush. And I like to do this last just because I like to see kind of how my face is gonna look and then contour it to see where I need those angles and where I need symmetry. And what I do is essentially I draw these lines. Go here, here, and what we're really doing, and make sure you're under your jawline here, not just wiping it right on top of this cheekbone. or I'm sorry, jawbone. We want to go under it. And essentially what we're doing is drawing threes on our face. So see this? This is the shape that we want, or threes on both sides. And then this is just a normal blending brush. This is actually just It brushes for Ulta, super cheap. And you just start blending and don't forget your neck. You don't want to have a brown line either. We need to make sure all of this is blended in. And if you need to go back in with your brush that still has a little bit of foundation left and just lighten up a few places, like it got a little heavy on the bronzer here, you can do that. Okay, and I'm so sorry. My bronzer that I use all the time is Benefit Hoola. Again, I've used this since I was probably 15. I never deviate from this bronzer, ever. My blush that I'm currently using is also Benefit, called Dandelion. And I'm just gonna take our little blush brush and wipe it right on top of where we had that bronzer. Just right between where we have the concealer, blush, bronzer. Just give you a nice little pink glow. Okay, and that is it. That is what I do, guys. So from here, I normally walk out the door. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I will be linking all of these products on my blog, so be sure to check that out. And you can do that at www.theextrablog.com, or you can check me out on Instagram at theextrablog. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye.